I'm sorry, but if they start garnishing our wages for student loans, we are actually fucked. Like, do they want us all, like, broke and in jail or dead?
Yeah, see, this is the part that no one's saying out loud. Let me explain. We are living and breathing under an administration that is simply obsessed with money. They do not care about the American dream. They do not care about everybody having a shot at life and dreams and goals. They care about one thing, and that is creating a society in which the ultra wealthy have all of the power and the rest of us are their worker bees. Let me explain further. His whole entire life, Donald Trump has fancied himself to be some sort of Russian czar. Like, look at his apartment. Look at sort of the facade that he puts on. I mean, the man is in his late 70s now, and he's turned our Oval Office into this, which is just basically some embellishments bought from Home Depot or Amazon and then spray painted gold. But he lives in this fantasy world of being a Russian dictator, czar type human being. Whether Donald Trump actually has a lot of money or not is obsolete in this situation, because the reality is he sits behind the Resolute desk, which traditionally has been the seat of the leader of the free world. He's the freaking president of the United States. And so what happens is all of the richest human beings, they attach themselves to Donald Trump. They don't care who Donald Trump is. They know that he holds the key to power. And mixed with their incredible wealth, well, this is a recipe for their dream. And I'm not even going to say it's just the ultra wealthy men, because the women know exactly what they're doing too. See, if they don't have wealth and power, they can use their looks to marry someone old enough to be their father, procreate, and be forever attached to them, whether they are married or not. But there's a crack in the system. So okay, you have money, you have the seat of power, but there's one thing that this administration does not have, and that is intelligence. It wasn't that long ago that Elon Musk was standing in the Oval Office giving a spiel about how we're not going to get it right 100% of the time, we're going to make mistakes. And then this was doubled and tripled down upon, not just by him, but by other members of the cabinet. Well, I guess Elon really isn't in the cabinet, but stay with me. And this is not a one-time oopsie. See, we've seen the repeated firing and rehiring of people across many departments, including those that work on our nuclear programs, scientists who are studying bird flu outbreaks, and people who are responsible for supplying electricity around the country. So what's the one thing that threatens the Trump administration? Well, it's educated people and thought leaders. We already know that only 51% of individuals who grow up in poverty actually grow up to go to attend college. These are not graduation rates either. This is attendance. And this 51% of individuals going off to college having lived in poverty their whole lives can be compared to 64% of those living in middle-class families and 89% of those living in wealthy or upper classes. So it is no mystery and can be statistically proven that if you are poor in this country, you are less likely to have formal education. So if I'm this administration, the poor and working classes are no threat to me, my power, and my influence. So who remains a threat to me? It's not those who are poor or those who are from working classes, it's the middle and upper classes, because they generationally have been able to achieve higher education degrees, ultimately leading to higher paying jobs, leading them to be not just educated, but wealthy. And that's a threat to me as someone who has power, who has wealth, but does not have intelligence. Because now I'm up against a triple threat, whereas I only have 2 of the 3 things needed to be a great leader. So I can solve my problem in one easy way if I'm the Trump administration. All I have to do is I have to hit the middle and upper classes where it hurts. We know that many of them have college degrees, things that they've had to take loans out on. So I hit them in the pocket. And specifically, I hit them with something called wage garnishment, which you hear all over this app right now, but I don't see a lot of creators defining it, so let me read you the exact definition. Wage garnishment is a legal process where a portion of an employee's wages is withheld by their employer and sent to a creditor to pay off a debt. So I take my middle class and upper class citizens, I take any student loans that they might have, I hand them over to a debt collector. This is not only going to impact how much they're going to have to pay every single month, making it almost impossible to meet ends for many Americans around the country, but also by placing that debt with the debt collector, I destroy their credit. Good luck renting an apartment, buying a house, getting a new car, etc. But let's bring this home, shall we? I never had to worry about the poor and working classes. They're already struggling to make ends meet. I take my middle and upper classes and I slap all of these wage garnishments on them. I ruin their credit scores. They're now in a financial struggle, just like the rest of the United States. I continue on with tariffs. I make sure the economy is bad, ultimately driving up inflation, making it difficult for employers to keep people employed, so they have to lay people off. That makes the job market almost impossible. Everyone is down and out on their luck, and when everyone is down and out on their luck, who do they have to turn to? Donald Trump and his administration. The government then has the power to control the lives of every single individual in this country, no matter how you grew up, no matter what class you are living in now. It doesn't matter. We'll make everything miserable for everyone. And then they have no choice but to rely on us and the choices we make. And with that, the American citizens as a whole become servants to the few at the top.